Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome to Lomofai first webinar in the series of the future of learning and development. I'm Shruq Khaled. I'm e-learning experience designer at Lomofai, and I'll be moderating this conversation today with our special speaker, Mr. Noor. Mr. Noor Asadi is the co-founder and CEO of the Lisan Institution and AI. And I want you, Noor, firstly to introduce yourself and tell us about your extensive and professional experience in not just AI and in data science. So the mic is all yours.
Absolutely, Shuru, and really pleasure to be with you and with all the audience. So basically, my name is Noor Al-Asadi, as you mentioned. I'm the CEO of Lisan Institution for Artificial Intelligence. You can think of us as Grammarly plus ChatGPT for the Arabic language.
Okay.
So we have multiple products, but this is like in a nutshell. I studied artificial intelligence. I used to code like since I was 9 years old. And so I was basically like I like programming, I like math, but it's mainly related to my academic background. So basically, I studied artificial intelligence. I used to teach at Damascus University, like multiple subjects, mainly related to artificial intelligence. So this is one part. Another part, I used to work also with credit info. So whenever you apply for a loan, basically your loan first goes to the bank, and the bank asks the credit bureau about you, like how much is this person worthy? Can I give him money? How much should I give him? And to define the credit risk for each client, basically. So these banks first ask the credit bureau, then these credit bureau ask us basically credit offer. So we provide these models which determines. So basically, you need something transparent. It's not emotional, based on data. So we provide these models for bank and institutional lending partners. So yeah, I was first data analyst, risk analyst, senior risk analyst, then head of data science at Credit Info Group. Then I moved to Lisan. Basically, we created like Lisan, me and my colleagues. But it was great. Like mainly we are focusing on a field in artificial intelligence, which is called natural language processing. So this is our main domain, especially in Arabic language. Yeah.
This is very interesting, and you have a very, very interesting background, and you are just making me excited to continue this conversation. But before kicking off today's webinar, I'd love to share with our participants, this is not like the end of it. No, it's just the tip of the iceberg. We will have like series of webinars under the name of Future of LNZ, or of Learning and Development. We will tackle why AI is crucial for LNZ, the concept of leveraging ChatGPT, AI-driven content creation, ethical consideration, challenges, and etc. Everything. So this will be like the start today. And I want all people, if you have anything in mind, a question, a thought, please share it in the chat. And Noor will answer all the questions by the end of this webinar, inshallah. Okay, let's dig in today. Today's topic is about AI solutions, ChatGPT, and AI innovation, mainly. And as you know, and as we all know, we have this buzzing words or a buzzing question of, will AI steal our jobs in all industries, not just LNZ, but in the LND industry? Oh, AI will steal our jobs. This is true. Do you think this is true?
Okay, that's interesting. So I think to some extent it's true. So basically, it's not stealing, not AI is stealing your job, but basically the person who's using AI will steal your job.
Yes,
basically,
yes.
let's say out of, like say as an institution, even like inside our company, well, let's say we need, let's say 10 content writers inside our institution. So it will make, AI will make like 2 of those 10 more efficient to substitute for the rest of those 10. So you only hire 2 people, but they are more efficient and they can do the work of those 10 people that you already have. So basically, in total, yeah, it will steal your job, but it's not by like not AI is stealing your job. It's basically
not replacing us.
Not replacing us.
It will leverage our minds and our skill set.
Exactly. But if you are not using these techniques, that's the most important part. If you are not improving yourself as a person. If you are not like up to date with these technologies, I mean, you will definitely lose, and you will have yourself in a very bad position. Of course, it depends on the sector that you are working on. So there's a very important research on this, like which jobs are more interested, like more affected by AI, and which are not. For example, athletes, of course, they probably won't be affected by AI, for example, just an example. But there's a study like which sectors are more affected. For example, proofreading sectors, translation, of course, and even like educators, those will be affected at the same time. The same part that I mentioned. Some parts will be like truly transformational for these sectors. For others, it would be just like an asset for them to use. So yeah, just define your person, and it's really important, as I mentioned, like to learn this stuff before like so that you
as
don't
early as
get,
possible to equip yourself for the future, to be
Exactly.
like have your guns and weapons for the future. Yes.
Exactly.
I'm totally agree with your point of view. And personally, since the beginning of AI tools, I'm not an engineer. I have a pharmaceutical background actually, and your love of coding, it was my love for chemistry when I was young. But I actually using AI and the tools helps me as an instructional designer in my work, and I can see it will not steal my job. It is enhancing my job, and I'm giving him like the donkey work, the things I don't want to hassle about. Is just making my life easier and make me doing my tasks efficiently and in a less time. So I think of it like, no, it will not steal our jobs. It will improve our skill sets. It will enhance and make our time more efficient, not the opposite. So I'm 100% agreeing with your point of view. Okay.
Exactly, and it's also like really interesting. One part more is related to this. So, I mean, if you like just ask the same question like 10 years ago, like which part will be affected more by AI, or which part will start like the revolution? So first we started with robots, then, and we would think that the most creative part are away from this. It's not true anymore. Like you see,
No.
like for example, the models from Midjourney, from OpenAI, like especially like painting. Also like the new models.
Adobe, they are just
Yeah,
integrated
exactly.
the tool for just writing something.
It's
And
crazy.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So even like
And
the most,
Canva and generally we are using this like every day, and it's making our lives better. But I need to mention something. If I use Photoshop, I'm not a designer, and use the new AI tool, I'm not getting like a good results like a good designer having results from the AI tool. This is the point we need to address. You have to capitalize on your experience, in your innovation, in your mindset to use and capitalize AI. It's not just the tool will do the magic. No, not yet. We don't know the future, but not yet. Yes.
yeah, I mean, it's really interesting, like especially with painting. I mean, if I give you like few paintings made by AI and few professional paintings are made by, I mean, if I just ask you which one are better, I mean, probably you'll have a hard time. It's like, yeah, so I mean, just if you also,
flawless pens.
yeah, if you just also show the progress, like in terms of especially like Midjourney, these models just for painting, like between version 1 and version 2 and version 3 and version 4 now, it's going crazy, like just yeah, we can
I
you
can
just
see
Google
it.
it.
So
Yeah.
all of people attending, you have to learn fast because AI is growing very, very fast. So this is the note for this question. It's not stealing our jobs, but we have to learn fast. Okay, let's get back to Lisan, which is the company I want to hear more about. I want to know, what are you building in Lisan? You shared with us like the language you are using, but I want to know more about Lisan and how this product or the products you are offering can help people like me in L&D industry in different functions. How this is matched together.
Yeah, absolutely. So actually we have multiple products, but I mean, the basic idea for Lisan is to have the AI infrastructure for the Arabic language. So basically we are focusing on the Arabic language mainly.
The actual defect currently in other AI assistant writing tools like ChatGPT or blah, blah, blah. Yes.
Exactly. So yeah, so we have like multiple products. First one, if you know Grammarly, Grammarly basically, yeah. So it's very similar to Grammar. So our first solution is similar to Grammarly. It's a proofreader or language checker. It corrects 12 types of error, including spelling, grammar, morphology, style, decency, even errors in code, for example, like religious content or legal documents,
Interesting.
even errors in names. So it connects automatically with Wikipedia, and whenever something like changes about this named entity, it automatically pull that out. It gives you more of a, so the main idea behind it doesn't only correct your error, but also improves your writing ability. So it gives you explanation for every single error that you make. For example, like whenever I do, like I have an error, let's say with Hamza or with specific rules in Arabic, it gives you these explanations. So in comparison to our to other systems, basically the idea is it's more educational. So it makes you better at writing, and it tracks the errors that you have. So for example, each time I write the word plagiarism, I have a like spelling error, like especially in also in Arabic, or sometimes like specific rules. So it's really challenging because there is nobody is tracking these errors. I don't know like which parts I'm like both in Arabic and English. So basically, the idea is to
I
track
have
all these.
always a problem in punctuation in Arabic. I have a problem in فاصلة مضبوطة. When I don't know when. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's really hard. Even so most of our clients are professional proofreaders, professional like language. So and even media institutions are using Pro. So basically, it's not easy. And comparing it, for example, to English, like people tend to spend like 10 years just learning Arabic, and even after that, it's really hard. So by using like these tools, and actually there's a very important study made by New York, Abu Dhabi, University New York, Abu Dhabi. They mentioned they made a study 30% is the error rate on social media for Arabic language. So whenever you attempt like to write, you want, let's say, to write something in Arabic, there's a chance of 30% to have like errors for errors. Let's say if you write 10 words, 3 of them would have errors. So it's really the highest error rate in the top 10 languages.
You are tackling an actual market problem and the market gap, and I'm looking forward to see like the full solutions. This is a very interesting part.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the first part related to language checking and improving. Not only you forget to mention something. It's not only about like because it's not about just about the language. It's about like how do we communicate with each other. So this is really important. So for example, I mean, not using like offensive language when I speak, especially in work situations. How can I mitigate? Like for example, instead of saying like people, let's say having illness or having problems, I say like let's say people of determination. So this is another way to saying it politely, or so it's also like helps us communicate in a better way. So this is the first part, especially like with the new generation. The second part, which is more important, is the generative AI. Very similar to ChatGPT, but it's a little bit different. So you can ask it, for example, write me an article about like diamonds, for example. Write me a professional email to my colleague asking for a delay of a, let's say, bank transfer, or asking like for a, like, let's say I'm an employee
but it's
asking
accepting the prompts in Arabic and the results in Arabic. Yes.
Yeah, it works both in Arabic and we're mainly focused on Arabic language. And the challenge, especially this is the gap, especially with Arabic, with the, for example, just to compare with ChatGPT. ChatGPT, you can say it's jack of all trades. It's like it's trained on a huge amount of data. But the problem, whenever you ask it something, it just in specific situation, you don't want it to make things up. It's called like model hallucinations. For example, if you ask it specific information in Arabic, like what's the 7th item, let's say in the Saudi constitution, or what's like you ask it about specific disease, or ask it about specific information, but the data is already there. Make things up. So this is very dangerous, especially in, let's say, healthcare and legal situations. And so, yeah, it's really important. So basically, the idea.
Mentioning to healthcare, it has like a 100% wrong prescriptions for medical cases. I just played with my friends another day, and we tried like to put any cases when we have like in college or something, and it gave us like a 100% wrong prescription, 100%, and with confidence.
Yeah. And it makes it the main problem with it is that it's like when you see the text, I mean, okay, this is great. I mean, it makes sense. You see, like but when you check like the details, it's incorrect. So this is really important just to focus. I think like the future of AI is not like one big large language model, but basically having multiple specialized language models, like one model for specialized in healthcare, one model specialized in writing emails. This is
I'm
more
agreeing with
efficient.
you. Yes.
Yeah, this is very important. Like, for example, it's just if I give you an example, if I tell you like I have a problem with my teeth, okay, you don't go to a general doctor, right? You go to a dentist, right?
You are not Googling doctors. Yes.
Exactly. Or for example, if I tell you I lost my mobile phone in my hotel, so we'll search in every single room in that hotel. But if I tell you I lost it in this room, like let's say my room, and I give you, let's say, 1 hour, your depth of research, the amount of resources that you will spend, the quality of data, the quality of your answer would be better. So the idea, we are building some specialized models. These are focusing a specific area just to focus on this part and provide better results. And this is very important in the long run. Currently, most people are using ChatGPT. They think that it's for free, even the premium version. But it's actually it's very costly in terms of environmental cost. So whenever you make any query, the whole model, like 1 trillion parameters are fired. So this is very dangerous. I mean, it's really important because even they put like limits now. So whenever you, even with ChatGPT, with GPT-4, they put limits for it. So basically, this model is trained on legal documents, on law and code, on any on multiple types. So I mean, it's not focused on one part. So this is the idea, that we have multiple specialized models. So whenever we got a query from the clients, let's say a user, we pick the best models for them, and we provide it. Sometimes we use ChatGPT, sometimes we use BART, sometimes we have our own. We have 3 language models. So we pick the best answer and provide it to them. But so that's actually in a nutshell what we build this. But we're mainly focused on Arabic language. Yeah.
Yes. This is very interesting, and the good luck in your startup. It will gonna rock. I can see it. You are tackling a very important market gap, and all content creators in Arabic language just need of this. And as you mentioned in your last answer, the limitations of other AI writing assistant tool, not just ChatGPT, not just Lisan or something. There is always, I'm glad we raised this point, because there is always in anything like pros and cons, advantages and disadvantages. So if we are using this, we have to know the limitations, we have to know the topic itself, so we are not like fed our audience, especially if we are L&D professionals, with wrong data, with non-authentic data. From my point of view, the major limitation for AI writing assistants is the authenticity of the content, and the quality of data if it's specialized content, as you said before, in medical content, pharmaceutical content, and so on. You mentioned one. Do you have any other limitations in your mind regarding the AI assistant tools in general and ChatGPT in specific? If you want to just share it with us, I need people to be aware of the limitations also.
Yeah, there are many limitations. Just you think we first to understand the limitation, we first need to understand what are these large language models like ChatGPT and others. These large language models are models basically trained on a huge amount of text, just building relation between text. You can think of them as grabbing data from multiple sources, putting them together in a way that makes sense, that is plausible, makes sense, but at the same time, it might not be true. So especially when you're merging multiple parts related together, basically, and paraphrasing that part, so it makes original content, but at the same time, it's not something totally new, and it's just by basic. So let's say one limitation related to large language models, you cannot use them for information retrieval. So there's a task which is called information retrieval, which is basically pulling data, just like what Google does, for example, or searching for specific information. This is a task, and another task is like generate text. This is totally different task. So you cannot use ChatGPT or other generative models to ask it like just search for something. It's not ready. It's not built for this.
It's not ready for this yet. Yes.
Exactly. So this is one part. Another part, it has many limitations, especially in languages which are like not like basically because since it's trained mainly on English. It has many limitations, especially when you produce, let's say, like there are many limitations. First, related to the how long would the article, or how long would be the input? How would the input be? There are limitations on the quality of data if you have like very long input and many parameters. So basically, these models have limitations when you have like in-depth information or logical reasoning. So large language model they are basically built on top of text. So they don't have logical reasoning. You cannot ask them like a specific question would require like reasoning. They have certain depth of reasoning. They might
based
like
on
answer.
grabbing information from different boxes, excuse my non-tech language, and not getting in depth of each,
Exactly. So
of each
whenever you
topic,
ask
of each
something,
request.
exactly. So whenever you ask something in depth, you get wrong answer. And it would sound plausible. So you would, okay, that's great, that's amazing. Sounds great. But I mean, when you check it, that's the problem. And also another problem with these large language models, the huge consumptions, both like while training them, this is not the problem, but basically while you query them. I know like most of us are not paying. So for example, for ChatGPT, most of us think that ChatGPT, even the free version, is free. It's not free. Currently, Microsoft is paying OpenAI for our queries. One, like later, we will pay that, whether we like it or not. Basically, and they have like OpenAI, they have like a huge amount of cash currently to answer our queries. But once they will monetize it eventually. So we need to think of ways to make these models more efficient, consume less energy, produce better answers. So I mean, this is a challenge for data science. At the same time, for us, like to know what are their limitations and to ask the right questions to them, and not basically mix things up with them. Yeah.
Okay, very, very interesting and insightful answer. Thank you for bringing this up, because all people in other like webinars or talks, they are just talking about the greatness of the tools, and we are here we just want to be realistic. It's important. We need to learn this, but we need to understand its limitation. We need to consider, as an L&D professionals, the authenticity of data. We need to understand. We need to double check after ChatGPT. Bottom line, don't just take things, copy and paste to your piece of work, because always remember, your articles, your content will be consumed by learners, not just by you or a report you are just putting to your manager. So take care, L&D professionals, please, from this. And just came up a question in my mind regarding personalized learning journeys. And what is the role of AI? What do you think? What is the role of AI in creating personalized learning journey now in the near future? It will help us, or it will be just like what we have right now. Just tools help us with like materials, images, interactive presentations, content. What do you think about the future of personalizing learning journeys using AI concepts or AI technology?
I mean, that's a very important topic. So there are many. So there are many companies working on that direction. There's a company called Character AI. Basically, what they are building specialized language models that take character, like special character. Let's say act as a teacher, and or a personal assistant, let's say, or give it like a special personality, and it acts as this person or as this subject. So this is very important. It would give you like better understand, but we should not limit ourselves to just this. Another part, I think it will be integrated with all our online class. So I'm not sure if you checked, for example, even with the Duolingo, they now integrated the language learning. They integrated with ChatGPT basically. So you can ask it free, open-ended questions. It's not limited to the material that it's already built, but you can ask it any question. Also, Khan Academy, they also introduced this. Like you have now ways to integrate this technology and just not limit yourself with what you previously had. So I think the future is bright for education, but at the same time, it's really important, like just to if everybody is using the same techniques and if all of us are using the same sources, so who's going like to build new things? Basically, that's an important question. But I mean, for now, I mean, I think we should, as especially in education, we should. I mean, the same changes that happened to people who learned, like, let's say, calculations, adding numbers and multiplying. when the calculator came, I mean, it changed all of that. So it's the same situation now with generative AI, other language models. So we will use this as a tool within our other tools, but we should not rely on it.
I
Totally.
got you. I got
Yeah.
you. So as we continue to focus and highlight, we need to learn how to use this stuff, but we have to capitalize on our mindset and our intelligence and not stop
Exactly.
learning. It will not replace our minds, because if we all of us using the tools, it will generate like the same results to all of us. And if you are not standing out with your content, with your intelligence, with your innovation in the learning journey, it will be just copy and paste with the mediocre ones. And you don't want to be this, you want to excel in your job. And this is getting us to like the last couple of questions: how we can prepare ourselves for the future, in both aspects. From a company's point of view, if any of our attendants is a company owner or a leader in his position, how can he empower his employees to leverage AI? And if I'm a professional, I'm an L&D professional or an instructional designer, how can I equip myself for the future using AI? Yani, I want to know from both aspects how can we prepare it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. So there's an interesting aspect to this. So we are the last generation
Mhm.
before this revolution of AI. I mean, the new
We are the
generation.
millennials.
Yeah, the last generation dealing with this. I mean,
We
with
had this
these days.
floppy disk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. With this basically these days. Actually, actually, I mean, it's really important to mention this. So some jobs will be really affected by this, but as I mentioned, you should focus now on the parts that are really creative and being above the bar. Basically, ChatGPT, other language model, will just be the norm for everyone. If you are below this, you are in a very bad position. But
Yes.
what should you so then what should we focus on? Basically, the parts that are limited. For example, problem solving. Problem solving. If you see also there's also research on which parts are that like, let's say, large language models cannot be good at. For example, everything related to like creativity, like how to solve problems. I think this is very, very important. Especially if it's something new. So we should always like have this way of thinking. How can we educate ourselves and other people with keeping things like keep the momentum, not only having memorizing things. Memorizing won't be like won't last for long. But basically, our ability to change, our ability to basically predict what would happen, and actually at the same time see like the benefits from how can we combine multiple sources together. It's really important also like to teach ourselves, put ourselves like in these situations from now, because before it's too late, basically. So basically the idea is to have like enough problems. This is really something, but
Enough
basically have
whining about AI is bad. Enough whining. We have to act. All of us, we have to act.
Yeah, but it's not like act in a bad way, not like
No,
prevent
just
prevent
learn.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, then basically then the good stuff. Like for example, I mean, yeah, for example, I mean, the educational system will change. I mean, as I mentioned, like memorizing will be limited. We will now focus more on the creativity. We'll focus more on how to solve real problems, like the new problems. If you get like new problems, how can I deal with this? So this is like actually the parts that I could see like in the future would have more importance. Like actually already solved problems. This is already like won't be as important as actually creating new problems and solving them. So this is actually very important in the long run. I believe also the new generation will face like difficulties, especially in terms of like, as I mentioned, if you are not above this bar, which now will be the standard, you will have really
The
hard
bar
time.
is already high right
And
now.
it's getting higher and higher.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So that's the challenge. Yeah.
Yes, I can't agree more with all your point of view in this. And I think we are sharing the same sort of, we have to prepare ourselves in a good way, not in a bad way. Just learn, deploy, and know the limitation of any tool you are using. And please revise after the AI. You are the expert in here, just bringing data. And we still like in the very early stages of AI technology. You are the expert in here, and you know better than me. There is like an innovation and a future innovation in AI. And this is like the final question. I want to end this and get back to our audience and check the questions. What is the future of AI in L&D? What is the technology is coming? What is exciting opportunities for the AI technology in general and for L&D professionals especially?
Yeah, I think AI is the biggest revolution since, I think the biggest revolution that the humankind saw so far.
Since the
If you
internet,
compare to
I
anything,
think since the internet.
even it's higher than the internet. If you just check like the internet, the idea is just pulling data from. This is like, especially if it goes the way it's currently going, the general intelligence. Like if we reach this point, like having general intelligence, basically the ability of the models to reason. I know it's long future, but this is like an important topic. Ability of these models to reason, not only to pull data and merge them and put it, but even like to reason with a higher depth. This is really important, and it will question like what I'm going to do basically if we reach this point. So what I'm going to do with my life. If let's say of more than like if these models are able to replace 98% or 99% of the population, what would those 99 population do afterwards? And what would be the 1% who remained? What would it be? It's really interesting.
Like science fiction movies.
It's not science fiction anymore.
Or something like
it's not science fiction. We are seeing this every day.
It's not science fiction anymore.
Yeah, we're currently seeing like AI cutting jobs. Like basically the example that I told you. Like many jobs already affected, and many will even be more. So that's why we should change. We should, as humans, change.
We should adapt. This is something new. We have to learn, stop whining, and adapt and learn more. This is very interesting. And let's get back to our audience and check the questions. If anyone wants to share a thought, a question, this will be good. Okay, let's drop the chat. I can't find questions. Oh, we are here.
Amazing guys. Ask ChatGPT. How can I?
Exactly.
To generate questions so that we generate answer to these questions.
If anyone wants to jump in and just unmute and ask us live, it's okay. We still have time. Even if we are here and answered all in your mind, like AI.
يعطيكم العافية شروق وأستاذ نور، ما قصرتم والله. أنا سؤالي على السريع ال HR وال HR department كيف ممكن يستخدموا ال AI tools to improve the HR services? Should ask the question in English, right? How can the HR department use the HR tools to improve the HR services, to enhance the employee performance?
Okay, nice questions. Okay. Thank you, Sir Mohammed.
Yeah. So نجاوب بالعربي ولا بالإنجليزي? Should we answer?
I think Mohammed, it's okay if we answered in English.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Let's continue in English.
Okay, so there are many ways to use AI, especially not generative AI, the normal AI. It has many benefits. Actually, just limiting the emotions we have when we deal with CVs, with basically clients. So basically, AI doesn't like care if you are, let's say, your background, it's only based on data. So whatever you have in terms of your CV or whatever you have in terms of the assessment of your colleagues in the institution, this is really important because it can assist that independently. It can assist that without a human intervention. So it limits this emotional part that you have, which sometimes limit us.
Like in recruitment, for example.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly. Another part is actually analysis. So especially the ability of AI to handle a huge amount of data. pulling data from multiple sources. So for example, analyzing like multiple classifications. Let's say if you have 1,000 applicants, you can analyze them like basically filter, let's say 900, and just limit your focus as an HR person on the part that matters. So just filtering those people and focusing on the more important part. Also predicting like what are the trends in the institution, what are the weaknesses that they have inside my institution, just to fill these gaps. So there are many tools actually to actually, by the way, most of the companies nowadays, whenever you submit a CV to it, it uses like these.
They're already having the filtrations, the automated filtration systems.
Yeah.
Yes. And if you have in mind currently any tools in mind, can you, Noor, please share them on the chat for our HR professionals in here? This will be very helpful for them. And let me add a little bit on your point of view. You shared your point of view from HR perspective for Muhammad, and when you are saying you can like exclude CVs, match CVs, and so on, I need to highlight like a message for professionals who are seeking jobs.
Yeah.
So now you can't like copy and paste in your CV anymore. You have to use the specific keywords. You have to use the buzzing skills. You have to categorize your CV in a specific way so you can beat the system and beat the AI, so you can be shortlisted or selected. So in both sides, you have to learn. You have to learn how to be included in this, and here you have to learn how to choose the right candidate for your company. I hope we have like a concrete answer for this.
Exactly. And actually, many websites currently, like if you just provide it with the title name or basically the job description, the basic job description, to write a full CV that fits that job. But once you come like to the interview, eventually you will have an interview. So sometimes it might be automated or semi-automated, and later you will have like the physical interview with the company. So you should be prepared if you are just making things up, or if somebody else is creating these CVs for you, or if you're using ChatGPT to create CVs. It's really, you're not in a good position, because you will be asked. So it's really important to be genuine. It's really important to use your own language. It's really important to because like the main reason for creating this CV is just to express your knowledge and limitations. So it's very important for the company. It's not about the company exaggerating basically your knowledge, but just being authentic and telling what you know. So this is very important.
Yes, I'm agreeing with you, and adding the top or concluding what we are saying right now, Muhammad, you can use it in your filtration or CV filtration and candidate filtration, and there's a lot of system can do this, and you can use it in your like interviewing process to make it like semi-automated, or there is a lot of tools. Just add your video, answer questions, and so on. There is a lot of tools can help you as an HR professional. Okay, let's get back to Mahmoud bin Sarah. Hi. Sarah is raising her hand.
Hi everyone. Hi Noor, Shuruq.
Hi Sarah.
I would like to add something to what Muhammad also said and what Noor and Shuruq added. You mainly focused on talent acquisition and implementation of AI for talent acquisition. But when we are talking about HR, we have an entire employee journey, which AI can help throughout the journey. So as correctly mentioned by Noor and Shuruq, for the first part of it, for acquiring new talents, it helps a lot. And then moving on to talent development and performance, AI can play a very big role, especially when you integrate smart tools such as assessing talent gaps, and then the AI generates for you exactly what are the gaps involved and recommends to you automatic learning for each employee through the AI that to help them meet and bridge these gaps. And also moving to performance, when you integrate it in performance, which is again a continuous cycle within the employee journey. In performance, it can be integrated and smartly detect where are the areas for improvement. How can you push a poor performer to go up to the next level if he needs coaching? As Noor earlier mentioned, now today, a lot of companies, they introduced AI coach, where it can sit with the employees and improve, for example, leadership capabilities through coaching, through mentoring, using purely AI. So AI, it's a very...
Sarah, I think you are breaking, so...
Yes.
The same for customers, not only for internal customers, which are the employees. So it can take a very long process. It all depends on how we see it and how we incorporate it within our day-to-day work and our existing processes. And when we want to improve our HR processes, we need to always take into consideration these updated tools that it can help us work better and more effectively.
Okay.
Thank you, Sarah. It's a great insights. Thank you. And there is Mahmoud Malik, our manager in here. Mahmoud has the long question about how AI tools can support L&D departments in gathering and analyzing large volume of data and identifying learning trends and patterns, or benchmarking the industry progress. Oh, it's very specific.
That's very specific, yeah.
Yes, I don't know if there's a tool can do this.
Yeah, there are two tools for this. Actually, the idea, basically what they do, grab all the e-learning content which is available, basically online courses, for example, from multiple sources, and seeing which part. So there are two aspects to this. So from financial aspect, so as an instructor, what courses should I create? Basically, which part should I focus on? Which aspects should I cover in my courses? So basically, the idea is to, let's say, if I'm giving a course on specific subject, I need to cover all aspects in this subject. So basically, collecting data from all these courses which are related to my course, and gathering them within my course, so that I don't. But just also removing some parts that are not important to the audience. Basically, having this analysis, having which parts are most important to the users, but still need some human intervention. So this is one part. So this is from financial perspective. Another part is mainly related to also marketing. So which let's say marketing, or who is the audience? Who is the right audience for my courses? How can we? So there are two tools for this. One of them is they have I forgot its name, but basically it's I can mention it after, but it's blue. It has a blue logo, having multiple. They have usually, if you are just searching on YouTube, they usually have their ads running. Actually, I see many courses at the same time, they are doing, are teaching this stuff. So you can. There are two ways. There are companies specialized on this, and you can actually. There are also open source code that are doing this. So, for example, I see many repos on GitHub, but this requires some coding. That basically pull the data from online courses providers like Udemy, Coursera, other providers. Yeah, and basically having this data
and building the analysis model to make it like a productive one to get you answers. Okay.
Exactly, and just pulling this data first, and actually having another. So I mean, so in terms of AI, you can summarize the most important part from these topics, just outlines for this. At the same time, it's really important. I mean, the problem with this is just not only to train users on the current material which is available online, but also predicting what are the trends. So, for example, we are seeing now trends going toward let's say I should learn programming. I should learn, for example, AI. I should learn technical things. So I mean, seeing these trends from an industry perspective, there are many websites that provide these tools. For example, Indeed, Glassdoor. For example, you can see the benchmark for salaries, and they change over time. So this is really important. So the job that require more, that they have more demand, usually are the ones that are they pay higher salaries. So the lower the people who have this basically this knowledge, the higher asset you are. So basically just focusing on that, just filling these gaps. So this is very important. So yeah, I think there are plenty. There are many ways, but I cannot remember because we're currently focusing only on NLP. But just
Yes,
yeah,
we,
there are
we,
many
ca- we
tools.
can't like
Yeah.
share a specific tool, but you know the know-how. We can simply, or anyone in every industry can have like this data analyst can like create the model or code or use an open source coding model and get all the data point from everywhere or analyze the data from a specific industry, take the data point from different e-learning providers. Noor is blacking out. It's okay.
Yeah, sorry,
Easier.
yeah.
Okay. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
it's okay. What I'm saying, okay. What I was saying is like we can do this by having this open source code or using or hiring a data analyst can do the code for this and pulling data from all over the data in the internet and then build the predictive model. Here the innovation part, build the predictive model. I don't know if there is a tool already doing this right now. I don't know from my information. If you have like
Yeah.
tips
Yeah.
or specific
Yeah,
tools we
I
can
forgot-
use,
Yeah.
it's good
Yeah,
to share us.
there's one tool that I forgot the name, but there are other tools related to SEO. So for example, if you check that also in terms of SEO, Ahrefs, and like basically just seeing, also you can use basically Google Trends. Google Trends really helps, like which are
I
people.
love Google Trends.
Yeah, this is very important to see, like the change in terms of people, like what are the people, what are people searching for? So if you see, like you can put like multiple keywords, for example, let's say blockchain, for example, and checking like specific terms in AI, and seeing like which one parts are. So you can put like special analysis and put like all the parts. But I mean, you need some source. First, you need first to pull the data for all the possible. So yeah, then put all of these keywords inside Google and pick the ones that are more important. So once you pick these keywords, you can use tools such as Ahrefs. They can give you the equivalent to this keyword, but which is like most people are searching for. So for example, if I tell you, let's say somebody who's learning, let's say language checking, like proofreading or language checking in Arabic. So they might use, for example, in Google, might use like spelling errors or spelling checking, right? They might use free grammar corrector. Some might use like, so you need to see which parts are used by users in order to put them in Google Trends. So you get like the right data.
How come I forgot about Google Trends? Yes, this will be good because you can know what learners need in different industries or for a specific course or topic, what they are searching for and what the keywords they are searching for and what are the providers they are doing this. This is very, very interesting and for free tool we can use. Yes,
That's
yes.
good. And the other tools are actually a bit more expensive. The one that I forget the name. But yeah, this is free like for now.
Yes. Thank you, Noor. I think we don't have like many questions. I want you to share with us like one last sentence, one last advice to our audience about AI and technology. Please.
Yeah, there are many things. So I mean, just one part. Just I think I'm not sure like it's the right one, but yeah. Unfortunately, like this might be unfortunate, but days of AI are finally here. Like we should learn, like whether we like it or not, you will learn it. The good way or
Yes.
the bad way, you will learn it. So just using these tools, just learning how to be the best like in your domain, just trying, even if if you're in a dangerous position as let's say your job is just learning these tools, just trying to be the best in your job and just trying to see other options which might not be affected by AI. So by that, I think we'll be in a good position. You'll be in a good position.
We may survive this revolution.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Noor. It was a very insightful and enjoyable conversation. I can't say it like an official webinar. No, it was a very insightful conversation. I enjoyed it myself. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And thank you for your attendance and thank you for your insights and questions. And let me remind you, it's not like the end of our journey. It's we have like a part 2 session. The marketing team will share the exact date with you. I think the next part, it will be be from Lomofy content team. We will share with you like how a practical experience of how to use different AI tools in the market to develop your customized learning solutions or learning journeys. And that's it for today. I just want to leave you with little message. AI here is not to replace us at all. It's here to amplify our abilities. Just learn. And that's it. Good night. And thank you, Noor, for this amazing conversation. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a good
Thank
night.
you. Good
Bye-bye.
night. Bye-bye.